You know how people think celebrities buy football clubs for vanity? They don't. They're buying a media machine. Team as cast, league as set, season as storyline. That's the trick. And nowhere is the playbook clearer than Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney at Wrexham. They turned a fifth-tier club into a global show that prints attention on demand. Okay, so basically, I'll decode the model. How clubs become content engines, the money loops behind sponsors and merch, and why this is bending football's rules. There's one lever that makes it compound without burning fans. Remember that, we'll get to it. Here's what most people miss. Traditional football revenue is capped by stadium size, local sponsors, and whatever slice of broadcast trickles down your league. But attention isn't capped, and attention is the new distribution currency. What this actually means is a lower league club can jump from regional relevance to global addressable audience if it can package its story. Okay, so basically, a club is an IP factory. Fixtures generate episodic drama natively. Heroes, villains, Jeopardy, cliffhangers. Every Saturday. You don't need to script it, you need to capture it and distribute it. Think of it like a Netflix series you don't have to write. Results write it for you. The undervaluation thesis is straightforward. Infrastructure plus history plus latent fandom equals a mispriced brand. Smaller clubs often have century-old identities, local rituals, and rivalries, rich raw material, but they lack distribution. Celebrity equity closes that gap on day one. You get instant reach, trust transfer, and legitimacy in markets where a Welsh club would normally be invisible. Wrexham is the clearest baseline. Before Reynolds and McElhenney, it was a small club with deep history and limited reach. After Welcome to Wrexham, it became a household name in markets the National League never touches. The simple version is, the docu-series expanded Wrexham's surface area for money. Suddenly, sponsors like TikTok and Gatorade made sense. US retail opened up. Inclusion in FIFA brought them into living rooms and game consoles worldwide. None of that required Premier League status. It required a story people could follow. Here's the weird part. Celebrity owners don't just bring followers, they bring media literacy. They understand packaging, cadence, and moments. So you build a content stack, a long-form docu-series for bingeable arcs, social clips for daily beats, live match moments for communal spikes, and press cycles to refresh discovery. Every piece points to the next. Advertising is expensive, story is free and repeatable. That's the core advantage. When your team becomes a show, every training clip, injury scare, transfer rumor, and cup run turns into content you don't have to pay to invent. The flywheel is simple. Story creates reach, reach sells merch and sponsors, money upgrades talent and facilities, performance improves, which creates an even better story. Round and round. Everything clicked when I realized you're not buying a club, you're acquiring a content pipeline with guaranteed plot. Attention is the raw material. The more you process it, clean storytelling, consistent distribution, the more valuable the asset becomes. And that's the setup for how this compounds. Now, the economics, sponsor deals, price, in reach, and relevance. The celebrity halo lifts CPMs and deal sizes because brands buy the club's story plus the owner's audience. Merchandise shifts from matchday souvenir to global identity badge. Drop strategy, scarcity, and overseas shipping turn a 10,000-seat club into a million-fan storefront. Each new customer has lifetime value beyond one jersey. Here's what most people miss. Sponsors don't only buy impressions, they buy adjacency to energy. The celebrity halo lets you price above your league because a kit logo isn't just in the stadium, it's inside a Hulu tile, a YouTube clip, a headline on Variety. CPMs lift because you're reaching non-traditional audiences who don't watch Sky Sports, but will watch Ryan Reynolds tell a joke, then notice the badge. That's why deals with brands like TikTok and Gatorade suddenly pins. You're selling cross-platform attention with built-in story arcs. Long form anchors the myth. A docu-series gives you bingeable arcs, ownership stakes, promotion chases, injury comebacks, transfer windows, community moments. It delivers emotional context, not just highlights. Then you chop that into short form, 30 to 60 second clips for TikTok, Reels, Shorts. These clips travel faster than match footage because they carry story beats. Surprise, conflict, resolution in under a minute. Layer live moments on top, match days, penalty shootouts, open-top bus parades stream to millions. Add press cycles, late-night interviews, podcasts, feature profiles to refresh discovery every few weeks. Start with the hookable narrative. Two actors with zero football experience buy a non-league club. That's inherently viral because it breaks expectations. You don't need to explain expected goals to make that interesting. Your aunt understands underdogs and unlikely heroes. From there, you architect the media stack, so each layer feeds the next. Platform arbitrage is the hidden accelerant. Streamers need bingeable, low-cost reality arcs with clear seasonality. Football delivers that natively. Your production costs ride on top of operations you already run. Matches, training, transfers, you're not fabricating drama, you're editing it. And because the rights sit with the club and producers, you monetize twice. License fees now, brand equity forever. Merchandise math gets wild fast. A traditional 10,000-seat club might sell a few thousand shirts locally. Add a US drop with limited edition kits. Time to a docu-series season premiere, plus smart sizing and shipping to Asia, and the ceiling explodes. Scarcity drives urgency. Collaborations turn kits into fashion. CRM captures emails so each season becomes a launch, not a hope. Lifetime value compounds when a fan buys a shirt, then a scarf, then a third kit, then a preseason tour ticket, then a streaming subscription to watch behind the scenes. One storyline can turn into 5 revenue lines. Talent feels the pull. Players, analysts, even commercial staff will take slight discounts for the spotlight because visibility is currency. A right back who'd be anonymous in League 2 can become a recognizable character with global followers. That means better recruiting, which bumps performance and feeds the hero's journey. Coaches, physios, and data hires see upside too. Career acceleration via screen time. Zoom out and you see extensions everywhere. Tom Brady at Birmingham ties a legacy American athlete to a hungry English club. Instant US relevance and a docu-series on deck. Ed Sheeran's Ipswich kit deal folds stadium chants into sold-out tours. A feedback loop between music and football. PSG's Jordan collaboration reframed a club as a fashion house, while Drake's Venezia showed how aesthetic identity alone can punch above a league. The pattern is the same: story, reach, cash, talent, better story. Now the uncomfortable bit. When content returns, rival sporting returns. Incentives shift. If your key performance indicators move from points and prize money to episodes, engagement, and sponsor lift, you can win commercially while drawing on Saturdays. That bends the sport's cultural rules because historically, glory justified the money. Here, narrative can justify the money. Okay, so basically once the loop spins, your cost of audience drops towards 0 and your average revenue per fan climbs. That spread is the compounding engine. You're not renting attention with ads, you're owning attention with plot. The KPI stack flips subtly. Yes, promotions matter, but so do completion rates on episodes, social saves, international merch sell-through, and CRM growth. A dramatic playoff loss might outperform a routine mid-table win in attention and revenue. The counterintuitive part is that a well-told failure can be financially accretive if it sets up next season's redemption arc. That's new territory for many clubs. So who wins? Underdogs with history, urban access, and narrative headroom. The clubs with century-old crests, tight stadiums, and communities that show up loudly on camera. Give them a celebrity distribution boost, and they leapfrog duller, richer peers. Wrexham is the poster child, but you can spot candidates across Europe and the US fallen giants, port cities, college town energy, or clubs with strong visual identities. Who struggles? Mid-table brands without story or star distribution. If you can't answer why should a fan in Dallas care, no media strategy will save you. Being competent and quiet used to be fine. In the attention economy, it's invisibility. The brutal truth: some clubs will need to import narrative via partnerships, cultural collaborations, women's teams pushes, or community projects to find an angle. Sustainability is the next test. Hype fades. To survive losing streaks, you need operational scaffolding, data ops to segment fans and personalize offers, CRM to track lifetime value, dynamic ticketing to fill stands, content cadence tied to the football calendar, and facilities that turn new attention into player development. That way, when results dip, the story doesn't die, it evolves. Here's what most people miss. This model doesn't have to corrupt sporting integrity if the surplus is visibly reinvested into winning. Do that, and narrative amplifies merit instead of replacing it. Fail, and you're a TV show with a team attached. The lever that keeps you on the right side: authenticity, as strategy, not vibe. Fans are the constraint. Authenticity is the line you can't cross. If ownership feels performative, fly-in selfies, superficial rebrands, tone-deaf kit drops, the flywheel stalls. Local supporters smell it fast. The antidote is governance and reinvestment. Football decisions led by football people. Transparent spending on academies, training grounds, medical, ticket pricing fairness. A real women's team strategy. Community seats and local vendors. You earn the right to monetize by showing the town it benefits first.